see who moves on, who gets to qualify, and who's sent down to the consolation tournament.
Indeed, indeed. Hey everybody, I'm Prodigy, and it seems that they're eager to play. They already started, and Matt decides to go to wood while our species is going to quick.
I think
Um, I want to ask you something. Do you have sound? Because I'm lacking at the moment. I cannot hear any in-game sound or anything. I can hear you just fine.
it doesn't seem to be coming through, unfortunately, on my end either. I cannot hear anything from the game audio.
Yeah,
I was able
seems
to
so.
in the 3 o'clock one, but not this one. But that aside, we have
Y-
Aerospecie making his way through. This is Quickman's stage, I believe, and Matt Philly going through Woodman. One thing that I believe is now it's a different format from this afternoon. If I am not mistaken, this is any percent. Uh,
Revealed, probably.
I think it's revealed and zipless. With the
Uh,
format changes from one to the next, it always messes me up. There we go. Looks like we have ourselves some audio now.
yeah, they told me to switch the channels. It's all fine now. Um, since that issue is out of the way, yeah, any percent revealed is kinda friendlier. Let's say friendlier because you know where you're going, and it's entirely your decision which stage you pick. The other races were hidden stage names, and there you don't have the ability to know exactly which stage is where, which robo is where.
Well, that kind of makes Matt Philly's choice of airman a little dubious. Zips are allowed in this run, and I can't fathom why Matt Philly would want to take on Woodman. With the ability to Goodwood zip, but
Oh, it's paying off so far. He had item. He has item 1 from beating the wood stage, and he joins.
that's true. I mean, it is randomizer, so sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble and it pays off. Sometimes not so much.
Yeah. I've seen really nasty stuff coming out of wood stage, so it's definitely a gamble. And Quickman first and Flash second, as we see our SPC is doing right now, it's a far more consistent thing. It's like Quickman has an E-tank, it's very short, nothing very, threatening your life or anything, just lasers. I'm not gonna talk about lasers and Flashman, which is, which is,
I was gonna say you would be the expert on the lasers.
yeah. And Flashman, which is introduces ice physics, and it's the hardest thing in that stage is actually the arena. It's very uncomfortable. You can see our SPC like backpedaling there. The arena is very uncomfortable. Um, the robots being randomized and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, Heatman doesn't seem to be too concerned about gravity or anything like that. Just kind of, he's on his little platform, and that's just going to be the end of it. Aerospecie disposing of Heatman. Unfortunately, still not able to find any of our items. So, unfortunate for Aerospecie.
Matt Philly is not far behind. He is doing wood first, which, if you're not zipping, both of them are not zipping. Not that they can, I think our species can't at the moment. He doesn't have any items, but I assume both of them are not gonna zip, so Woodman is fairly long and he did it very fast, so props for him. I think he's ahead right now, but you know, it's a randomizer. Seeing worse. Now that they're on the same stage, we'll see how it goes.
Well, it's difficult to really say. You know, Aerospecie could turn around, find his item 1 or possibly item 3 along the way before going into Woodman. Let's say item 3 is in Airman stage, for example. That might allow him to set up the zip in Woodman, which would then give him a significant time advantage. It's a little bit of metagaming on my side of things, theory crafting,
Yes,
if you will.
Always theory craft, always.
But, you know, it's possible. It's really about what it boils down to, is, you know, something that could go wrong will go wrong. I think Murphy's Law and, you know, Mega Man's Law is not very far off from that.
And then this crash map was very, very Buster Week, and being Buster Week and jumping low, that's very friendly. That's very friendly. That means every Buster will just hit him most of the time, so yeah. That happened to Crash. See, he's low jumping, he's almost not jumping.
Yeah, it looks like Crashman's having a little problem with that elevator, which, you know, of course has nothing to do one with the other, but, you know, hey.
I didn't do the cardio that.
See a zip here from Aerospecie in Bubble Man. This one's pretty much free, and I think everybody knows how to do it. And no, Aerospecie not even going for the Bubble Man zip.
Did they forgot there's the zips in this are allowed? Regardless if both
there
of them
may
don't
well
do
have
zips,
been a gentleman's agreement saying, all right, we're not zipping, so flush the format, we're just going to do it our way.
Sure, sure.
Which
it's 80% can be done without zips.
Very true. For those who make the tournament bracket, the 8 qualifiers, I believe there's 4 different varieties of game that they can pick from, one of which is the very seldomly seen Burst Chaser. I think it was you and Casual Tom last year that in a group stage match just kind of went at it with Burst Chaser.
Wait, the Burst Chaser is allowed? Burst Chaser is allowed?
Yes.
Boo-hoo. I should have signed up. Should have. Boo!
I believe each runner gets 1 veto, but it is a best 2 out of 3 match. The specifics are, you know, something that I think if Charlie Boy were around, he'd be able to explain much better than I could.
That was a fantastic, actually, bubble arc for that unfriendly. That was a very unfriendly air pattern in bubble stage that Aerospecie got, and that bubble was just perfect. It nailed him. Actually saved his life, to be honest, because he was probably dead after it. So it was very good on Aerospecie's end, and a little bit of luck with that bubble pattern. Matt Philly also disposes of Heatman. The Happy Zippo is now gone until refights.
Alright, so here's going to be our convergence point, because no, we won't have Flashman done in common yet, but unless Matt Philly caught Flashman already.
Indeed, we'll see if Matt decides to do the zip, or if he doesn't. That means we're probably gonna see a normal zippers race, which is fine.
Matt Philly did Flashman already, didn't he? Oh no! Our species, you are not supposed to do that
Oh,
to the
Matt
hot dogs.
Philly,
They
that's
are
my
not
boy.
supposed to roast you.
That's my boy. Press right, left. Yes.
Oh, this Sniper Joe army is just painful. The lag. Oh.
Gotta use them weapons. Otherwise, you're gonna get heavily punished like this. And Matt Philly actually did the zip, which means he saved tons of time compared to what RSPC did in Bubble. That doesn't help that he died to this hot dog, but the stage at the start is quite annoying. He's gonna use the E-Tank. Yeah, that's a smart decision here.
Our species seems to be struggling with the hot dogs, but he is through to the checkpoint. I believe this should be 5 stages for each runner. If it is, we'll have Airman, Heatman, and Crashman in common as stages left to go. And that would mean Matt Philly is kind of ahead by proxy at this point then. Because Aerospecie will still have a little bit of the Woodman stage to go.
Yep. It's exactly how it goes. And yeah, he's probably, let's see how it is. It's probably half a stage ahead at this point. See what Airman has to say. Well, this level can be something special. There we go. There we go. The birds are here.
Tick off Flashman for Matt Philly as well.
Oh, Flashman? Didn't
Correct.
I? Oh. Yep.
I know how the
And quick.
trackers like to eat inputs and whatnot, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. We always eat inputs. And RSPC disposing of this rather Buster weak quick and gets rewarded with the item 1. So now we know where the rest of the items are. Probably one of them is locked in Heat and Crash. I'm pretty sure one of them is locked there.
Well, we'll know for certain once. Oh no!
Oh, the Golden Heatman level. There we go. There we go.
Oh, this is going to be a savage little number. Aerospecies is going to have to pause buffer to make this jump.
Oh, Matt
no.
Philly getting tricked by the bird, jumping exactly when the bird came and just got knocked down into the abyss.
Oh,
and RSPC. It's a slaughterhouse. I love it.
Man, are being troublesome tonight. Wow. Matt Philly getting deposited into the abyss again. So both Aerospecies and Matt Philly dying twice in the early sections of these stages.
So much suffering. Actually good. This is actually good. See if somebody gets tilted. Right now, both of them decidedly. Let's take it a little bit slower. Don't these birds, these things that are happening. So RSPC got the double trouble, which is fan plus birds, which is pretty bad. And Matt Philly has the birds only.
The worst that he could have happen here is like Lagphibian showing up. Oh, he uses item 1 and then gets unceremoniously evicted from it.
Yeah, Randomizer is just... Sometimes it's so punishing. It's actually not fair. Actually not fair. But Matt Philly is...
I'm surprised RSPC hasn't continued with the item 1 here. Just item 1 his way through. It's not going to help him when it comes to, you know, going through the Yoku block. So why not use the item 1?
And Matt Philly is doing this sort of riskier strategy. I used to do this. before 3 years or something like this. Like, kill everything with the booster and pray that you find something on refights. So he doesn't know any weakness at the moment. Did he get any item? I didn't see, because
It
this
didn't
Bubble
look
Man
like
was
it.
the
So it looks like Heatman and Crashman are gating off item 2 and item 3, which is unfortunate for the runners, but maybe fortunate for the viewers, as some of us may revel in the suffering of a runner. Give them a little bit of the business to earn their spot in the final bracket. Matt Philly.
Oh, he got item
did
2.
pick up item 2. So
Yes,
Airman
sir.
has item 2.
This is actually very beneficial if somebody does Airman early, which is not the case. Would have been very beneficial. And now Heatman stage is complete by RA, and I believe he got wood as well. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, he got wood
Correct.
as well.
Yeah, he has Airman and Crashman remaining.
Yep. Everything is in order now. Funny got caught up. I can't kind of tunnel visioning always on the game, never on the tracker.
A little underwhelming with item 3 being tucked behind Crashman stage by the looks of it.
It seems that the crash stage is tame. A lot of the gear jesters, actually they're everywhere since he's started climbing, and they're not big of a deal if you have something vertical to kill them. And he has item 1, which means he skipped all the elevators, and now item 2 he'll get the E-Tank 100%. And yeah, but pretty much done with Crashman stage. He just has to get to the boss and beat him up.
Yeah, Airspecies finding crash bombs to be fairly effective in the Airman stage, so that's a pretty good find. Able to take down the stacked tin cans, which I can't quite remember what they're called, but
Blockies.
Blockies, thank you. Matt Philly taking down Woodman at the end of Crashman stage.
So what do we have here? We have
item 3. Item 3 for Matt Philly, yes. So Heatman left for Matt Philly, as Airspecies going to head into Crashman stage. Once he finishes off it could be a fairly tame Bubble Man, definitely less aggressive than the one I saw during the races at 3 o'clock earlier today.
Well, Matt Philly is adapting very well. He actually stopped when he saw the first Fat Fiend. He actually stopped, think for a second, like a millisecond, and then started pause buffering, anticipating the next spawn. Which let me think that he played this. He knows this.
Yeah, this is actually working out pretty well for Matt Philly. Airspecies, as we know, died a couple times, but then Matt Philly countered that by dying twice in Airman. Airspecies was clean through Airman, so now we'll see if... Airspecies not quite getting there with the item 2. So we're going to switch over to item 1.
The thing is, I believe that because having item 2, Matt Philly also can use this on Heatman stage. And Airspecies doesn't have that. He just got it off Airman.
Yeah, Airspecies did not have the benefit of either item 3 or item 2. It looks like Matt Philly trying to set up a zip and actually giving back a little bit of time.
Fantastic.
Well, he got it on the second shot, so still a net gain for Matt Philly, as he's going to item 2 through the green sea sludge here in Heatman stage.
Utilizing the zips is a fantastic way to save time in these areas because you saw that shrimp. He was gonna bonk those shrimps a lot if you're doing it zipless. There's no way around it.
Yeah, air species
And
probably, I want to say 45 seconds to a minute behind at this point to getting to the boss door as Matt Philly takes
20
down his final robot master.
2016 Robos, 2016 Robos, which is pretty good. That was very well played by Matt Philly. All of the stages. I'm gonna say a little bit of trouble on air, but you know everybody has a ticking point, and it seems that air was his. Let's see how our game will go on, though. You want to explain about our game?
For those that did not watch the 3 p.m. running earlier today, or even those that have, we like to play a game, and it uses the dragon at the end of stage 1. Since this is the randomizer, the dragon will have 2 randomized weaknesses and a couple randomized colors. So what we want to try to do is guess the color of the dragon as well as one of the weaknesses that will be used to defeat the dragon. So Prodigy, as my co-commentator, I defer to you to make the first choice.
Always age before beauty. Okay. Damn. Blue eyes, not white. It's blue eyes, but I want it to be red dragon. And the weakness is gonna be what he's using now, which is crash bombs, because it's very cool when it happens.
Alright, I'm gonna be a little more pedestrian here. I'm gonna go with a green dragon, and I am going to, as always, run out the bubble lead as my predicted weakness.
So I've seen a bunch of guesses in the chat. Let's see if somebody gets it. I'm curious.
Well, we'll know very shortly. Jumping onto the platforms, about to have the dragon show up.
Okay, this thing is definitely purple. Somebody said purple? You think purple. You're close enough. You get a free bubble gum, but no buster. Is it heat? No.
Didn't look like it. It's got to get close enough to hit with the air shooter.
That was air.
Like the air shooter hit.
It's air, but it's pretty bad.
Leaf and air.
Yes. Yes, we got both of them in one go. GG's on finding both and deciding to go with the safest one. That was a very, very, very well executed dragon. Dodged everything.
Alright, 2316, we're going into stage 2 with Matt Philly. Let's see how far behind Aerospecie is. Looks like he's digging. Going for the lead. It's going to be a negative. Quick boomerang, that's a no. No, it's still plonking off, Aerospecie. Metal blade, no. The crash bombs, no.
He is avoiding the hard ones because Leaf is not actually very easy to, when it's inverted like this, it's pretty hard to press right to shoot left. It's very annoying actually. So GG's,
one of the many randomized properties is that the Leaf Shield can be inverted left to right and up to down as well. So, Matt Philly, I think, getting trolled by that again.
Is it vanilla? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, it's heat. It's heat. Okay. So Matt Philly did a little bit of energy gain. He had to refill a couple of weapons. He refilled his Leaf and decided to go for the E-Tank and learn the weakness, which is good. will help him in YD4 and RSPC doing the same. I would strongly vouch against this, but you know, because either way, you're gonna switch weapons in YD4. So finding that weakness there is kind of, it's kind of for the E-Tank only.
Well, Aerospecie was running a little lean on E-Tanks. Matt Philly, as we just saw, a full supply of 4. Aerospecie in his menu showing 2. So a definitive advantage for E-Tanks to Matt Philly. I definitely want to have them and not need to use them than the inverse of wanting one and not having it.
I love what Matt Philly is doing here. He's not going for the standard try Buster, try, you know, Leaf Shield. He's trying everything. Like, he started with Crash, Metal, everything. He found Air and Bubble seems to be the right way to go. 2 Bubbles, and Bubble is a very good shot ammo consumption-y, so he's not going to lose a lot of energy doing this.
Well, let's see. Oh, Aerospecie finding Bubble straight away and actually audibling off of it. And it's actually Buster. Aerospecie catching a good one here. Matt Philly not checking the Buster, apparently.
Oh, it was Buster as well?
Yeah,
so
Aerospecie's getting in there with the Buster.
So we have Air, Bubble, Buster, and something else that we didn't see, probably.
Well, I think the Pico Blocks have 3 weaknesses, if memory serves me correctly.
Plus Buster, I believe. Buster is additional. It's either there or not.
Oh, so it's not in the standard pool of the other weapons, then?
I believe so. It was something like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. I haven't played it.
That's all right. Well, it looks like Aerospecie is able to pick up a little bit of time here. Oh, running into the Fan Fiends, getting denied his free ride.
Yeah. Good job on both for not dying there. Like, anticipating the fans.
So Aerospecie doing a pretty good job of keeping this very, very close. We'll see if you know, some time can be gained or lost either way. Matt Philly gonna have a go at trying some weapons, so it's a matter of who can find the right weapon quicker. Guts Tank going down to the quick boomerang.
Classic.
Aerospecie hot on his heels here. On his way into the Guts Tank fight as Matt Philly's on his way out. So now it's
this is the make or break, I believe.
Oh wow, Aerospecie found it right away.
Oh, instantly switched to the boomerang. Fine. This is gonna make some time, and this is the make or break. This is the stage, and now is the time to see what is Red Hill. Yeah, this is Red Hill. Have to provide. Matt Philly using the item 3. This is classic. You're gonna have to use the item 3 here. This is one of the best spots to do it.
Well, Aerospecie's doing a good job of making up time. Only a screen away at this point. So looks like Aerospecie just trying to use that item 3 as best he can. Probably should switch to the item 2 here. Take the free ride across.
Both of them do so, and successfully. And Matt Philly actually decides to not switch straight away, so he can use a little bit more item 2. This is smart. This is preserving item 1. Even though he won't need it that much, it's better to preserve. Imagine that he dies now. Hashtag commentator curse. Imagine that he dies now.
Oh.
He has some ammo, you know.
With the snails, you should be all right with this. Just drop down, bonk the snail, and you know, if Aerospecie attacks this third elevator aggressively and kind of reads the room, you know, he'll be yeah, they're right on each other's heels now. You know, half a screen apart from each other. You know, Airspecies doesn't have item 2, but at this point, they're on the same screen.
So, both of them know the weakness of the walls. It's a matter of who will find the weakness to the bow beams first.
Well, I think we're gonna go searching with the metal blade, leaf shield, and such, trying to find one of those. It looks like Airspecies and Matt Philly both finding a similar level of unsuccess with the weapons. Matt Philly's got something in mind.
Matt Philly is sexy, and he knows it. So he's gonna destroy these from the top. So he's gonna skip one, and then destroy everything if he finds the weakness. So he's gonna search now. Classic.
Oh, air.
Classic. This air is...
found it as well, and he's just trying to go nuts and snipe out the boot beam turrets. I think Airspecies is going to end up getting out of this first. He's just got to move a little bit underneath that platform, and he should be fine.
I don't think he has the angle. So both of them... No! Matt Philly goes out first!
Wow, that was surprising, but I mean, we're, 2-3 seconds apart from each other at this point. Airspecies making a massive comeback going into the boss replays. This is
gamer time.
Yeah. You know, this is going to come down to who found a weakness or maybe wants to hunt for one.
Well, we know Matt Philly is going to go all out buster. He doesn't know any weaknesses. He just defeated Flash. He's now into metal. And he picks up every health from the bosses, which is, pressing left and right instead of waiting on the teleporter is a waste of time, which can bite him at the end. We'll see how it goes. Matt Philly is staying on the teleporter, which is closer to the exit. We'll see how the harder things go, which with like this heat, man, he doesn't know the weakness. He's now gonna fish on this heat, and he finds it straight away. He finds the metal blade, and Airspecies doesn't know.
He's going fishing too, and doesn't seem to have found it. Oh, yep, there it is, metal blade.
Okay, Matt Philly is one robo ahead, exactly one, because of that quick find. Now on to...
Yeah, that might well decide the match with, Matt Philly finding the metal blade quicker than Airspecies. No pun intended on that one, surprisingly.
I wouldn't count that machine and Alien out, though. I really
very
wouldn't.
True. Well, Airspecies, I believe, knows the bubble lead will do some damage. It's just gotta aim it, and that is going to be the big issue here. Airspecies might actually be losing a little bit of time equity here.
Definitely. But he goes out. This is fine, and the last for Matt Philly is wood, and he's out. While Airspecies has bubble and wood. And he's out, almost robo and a half out. That's pretty good. Even if the machine is now immune, please be immune, please. Nah.
Oh, boo hiss.
Boo. The machine is Buster Week, which means the second phase will be Buster Week as well.
Well, Airspecies just absolutely dumpstered Woodman, so I mean, we're still going to be in a situation where we're going to be hunting for a weakness, and, we're in victory road here for Matt Philly. Airspecies going to be about 10 seconds behind, but if it takes Matt Philly a little bit... Oh, he's going to the left.
No, that's the wrong way. You always press right.
Oh, that could be catastrophic.
He has to wait for these drips right now.
Yeah, he's got to avoid the drippers, which, you can take massive damage here from these drippers. Aerospecie, if he does it right, he will go to the right, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. We might see them both at the boss door within, mere seconds of each other. 34:53. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
15
it's
seconds.
here.
Oh, and it's air shooters. Wow.
It's so over. GG.
Wow. So
And
close.
Matt Philly beats the alien in a 35-13 time SRL, which improves his personal best by 5 minutes. GG's, Matt.
Wow.
And GG's Aerospecie.
Aerospecie finding the air shooter straight away as well. So not too far behind, about 15 seconds or so.
Indeedy. That was a great close race.
Unfortunately for Aerospecie, there are no more shots left at the main bracket. Matt Philly taking it down and going to be our final entrant into the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament 2021 edition main bracket.
Yes, I believe that will conclude the bracket. Actually, I don't have a list or a note who qualified. What was the full list of people that qualified? But I believe it should be 8.
I am going to run this off in no particular order, and I may have forgotten one or two. And for that, I apologize to those that I may have forgotten. But the obvious, Matt Philly.
Yep.
Ren Hero. We had Kama Senin. And now, of course, I'm blanking on who qualified this afternoon, which,
this happens. I'm pretty sure yesterday, the winner was
Casual
2%,
Tom.
2% Chungus as well.
2% Chungus made it, yeah. Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy. Ooh. And we have intruders.
Oh, that we do. I believe Aerospecie and Matt Philly both joining us.
GG's, boys. Well done. That was a very close race. It was entertaining at the end.
Thank you.
How do you guys feel? Both of you. I guess, let's start with Matt.
I'm actually kind of shocked I won. I honestly thought when I got into Airman and I took those 2 deaths, I thought that was it. I was like, oh, there it is. That's usually kind of how my races go. Once I get kind of like a couple of deaths in, it feels kind of like it's done. But once I realized when I was looking at the SRL channel that he hadn't got done yet, and I was like, oh no, am I like ahead? What's going on? And I just did the race, found the weapon as quick as I could, and then I hit dot done, and sure enough, it said I was first place. I'm actually kind of in shock, to be honest with you.
Oh, let me give you a secret away. That's the only place which you slowed down significantly. The rest was very, very good, very clean, smooth, everywhere.
Thank you. Yeah, I got a little nervous. I kind of, because I've been doing the hidden stage qualifiers, and I kind of forgot that revealed stages doesn't mean that that the bosses are going to be in the same position that they would in vanilla. So I quickly went to quick, and then it was Woodman. I was like, oh no, what am I doing? I thought about resetting, and I was like, let's just go for it, and it worked out.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering about that.
Question that strategy. That was on my little note list as to the interesting stage choice to begin with, to say the least.
Yeah, that was just that was the vanilla in me thinking that it was that quick was there, and yeah, I just went with my gut. I knew that Woodman was in my middle of the area of difficulty, so as long as the boss wasn't crazy, I thought I would do okay. So it worked out.
And it's good that you didn't reset. Maybe that would have been a bite you at the end. The end is very, very close.
Yeah, no, I looked at the time. We were like, how many seconds were we?
Something like 17, 16, something like this.
Yeah, it was like 17 seconds or something like that. That's pretty wild, man, to be honest. So, yeah, GG's Aerospace. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yo,
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So what are your feelings, Ari? Anything, we can talk about the bad moments and the good moments, but I'd rather keep it at the positive side. What did you like about the seed, and what did throw you off a little bit?
Okay, for starting with the positives, I think it was pretty straightforward seed. It's always fun to play with revealed stage names, so you can actually go by a certain order of stages, because I'm used to playing hidden stage names, so it was refreshing to be able to get some E-tanks early on, for certain. Yeah, I mean, all in all, before we go into the negatives, I felt pretty good. I mean, it was a nice, clean seed for the most part.
Yeah, I agree.
So what went wrong?
Well, first and foremost, I'm never going to eat a hot dog again.
We saw that. We saw that.
That and the Fat Fans and Heat were just... Well, Fat Fans and Heat are always a struggle. Luckily, they were one-shot buster, but it still tripped me up a little bit. Man, that hot dog death, though, that's what did me in. Like, the last one before checkpoint.
It was a pretty naughty stage, even though I remember there was Joe's at the beginning. It's very annoying, probably.
Yeah, and the Joes, well, the regular Joes were 3-hit, and then the Mecha Joes, to get them off, was 1-hit, which was lucky. So I was just trying to power through it, but I took too much damage going through it the first time, and I'm like, okay, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to be able to get this hot dog done. I'm not going to need to use an E-tank. I'll be fine. And lo and behold, I restarted the stage. Another thing, though, that I did have a gripe about with this seed, and, you know, just the issue with the randomizer, it just comes with the territory, is where the items were.
There is no such thing as a perfect seed. We all know that. Everything is wrong.
Sure.
At some point, something will go wrong.
Like, most of my strategy goes around skipping most of the first screen of Airman with Item 2. Of course, Item 2 was on Airman stage. Item 3 was on Crashman stage. Good stuff.
Yeah, we kind of took the items late. Because of Matt Philly's mistake of going wood, he actually took item 1 very early.
Yeah,
So
that was
that
kind
helped
of...
him.
Yeah, that was kind of something I lucked out on, honestly. Although I didn't really use it as much, it was still kind of nice to have it to just prepare for any other stages that I might need to use it. So it did work on my favor a bit.
And that all said, Matt Philly doing 2 zips, which were very impactful as well. He did the zip and heat with item 3, which skipped all the shrimp. Then he did the bubble zip, which skipped a very long section of bubble. And doing that, because it was any percent, saved him a ton of time. So that probably impacted the game as well.
And truthfully, it been the difference in the race, to be honest with you.
That could have been it. I definitely messed it up too on heat. I missed it the first time, and then when I went to go
there
down
was
and do it again, I was like,
15 seconds difference between the two of you. So I think take those 2 zips away, we're probably, looking at frames right now, trying to figure out who was actually the first to take down the alien.
yeah. Good thing I learned Heatman zip like 4 days ago.
8 triggers, man. Gotta know them. 8
Yeah.
triggers, man. Congratulations on both again. And Frico, do you want to ask something in specific, let's say? Because I'm out, dude. I don't want to pick their brains anymore.
I want to ask questions, but I also know that we're a little pressed for time because there's something coming up at 9 o'clock, and I don't want to get into a deep dive discussion on things. So I think Charlie Boy has actually jumped in, and I know he said that he wanted to say a couple things. So if he's listening, I may actually yield the floor to him so he can say what he wants to say, and then we can wrap things up and yield to the next event coming at 9 o'clock.
What a noble setup. There we go. Come on,
Hey,
Charlie
what's up,
boy.
guys?
Come on, Charlie boy. There we go.
What's up, guys? Hey, Charlie here. Thanks for joining the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament 2021 qualifiers. Big shout outs to Matt Philly for running this race. Shout outs to Ari. There's another chance. If you guys did not get to make any of the qualifier race or didn't qualify, you can join the non-qualifier bracket. Don't forget. That's going to be any percent easy zipless. Best of one tournament. So yeah, make sure to join that. Congratulations to all the qualifiers. That's going to be Matt Philly taking spot 1, Siberian Bull on spot 2, Casual Tom in spot 3, myself in spot 4, Ren Hero spot 5, Kame Senen in spot 6, 2% Chungus in spot 7, and Krebel Star in spot 8. Thanks to all you guys for watching, of course. If you guys are interested in donating to charity, we are benefiting Save the Children this year. There's a Tiltify that's in the chat. Also, we are doing a prize pool this year. You can use the code MM2R21 to add 50 cents to the prize pool for free. So make sure to check all that out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Our tournament actually goes live tomorrow, so that means if you have qualified, you can start scheduling it as soon as tomorrow, and the following Monday we'll start the non-qualifier bracket. So make sure to join, and yeah, congrats to Matt Philly again for winning this race, and we'll see you guys on the next side. Yeah.
So again, thanks to both of you. Thanks to Frico, SpeedGaming, Charlie, everybody that participated and helped. Will not be enough time to rattle all the names. And this race was fantastic, and I hope you do great at the tournament as well. So for everybody watching, make sure you tune in for the rest of the tournament. It's not now starting. Everybody qualified. What am I talking about? So thank you, Frico. And Frico, I'm gonna let Age this time first close out the things as always.
Oh, thanks for telling me that I'm the old man of the randomizer scene. Ay,
Yeah,
ay.
But you're beautiful.
All right.
That
Well-
doesn't matter.
Jokes aside, congratulations, Matt Philly, for being the final qualifier. Aerospecie, congratulations to you as well. A noble effort, but unfortunately, Matt Philly got you by just a little bit. I hope to see you in the consolation tournament. I think you'll do pretty well, to be honest. That all said, I'm going to say have a good night, everybody, and we will see you again once we get the bracket matches sorted out and ready to go. They will be the familiar 2 out of 3 format that I think everybody's been accustomed to seeing. So pack a lunch, because we'll be here for a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what's coming up next at 9 o'clock. For those that know, you know. For me, I do not. So with that said, this was our final qualifier of the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament for 2021. And have a good night, everybody.
Have a good evening, folks.
GG's.